Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Thursday, August 17, uncovers that Clint Rawlings came by Shawn Brady's office and pushed a new police magistrate to capture Paulina. At the point when Shawn addressed why on Thursday's Days episode, Clint said it was for attack and showed Shawn a video of Paulina jabbing him hard at the public interview. The acting City Hall leader even had a clinical report that referenced his injury, yet Shawn proposed this was a misuse of assets and needed to help genuine casualties. After Clint would not take no for a response, he cautioned that Shawn would have Paulina in cuffs before the day's over if he had any desire to keep his work. In the meantime, Beauty Dark Brady visited Abe Carver at his solicitation and learned he really wanted assistance continuing his mayoral obligations. At the point when Paulina appeared, she was sorry for pushing Abe to get back to work before he was prepared and felt regretful since he'd done it to save Sweet Pieces. Notwithstanding, Abe contended that this was greater than the bread kitchen since Clint was a particularly bad person who was manhandling his influential place. Beauty directed out that Clint would probably go on toward utilize the media against Abe, which could prompt him sorting out a review or simply going against Abe several months. Luckily, Beauty at last thought of an arrangement that could ideally get Clint out of force. Back in Shawn's office, he whined to Beauty since working for Clint would have been an issue. Beauty implied that Shawn ideally wouldn't need to stress over that anymore. Next on Thursday's DOL show, Abe and Paulina called Clint, who expected this was tied in with perceiving that he had a place in the mayoral spot. All things being equal, Abe declared that he intended to get back to the job of city chairman to the point of delegating his new replacement. Clint was dazed as Abe acquainted him with select City Hall leader Paulina. After Beauty gave Shawn reports on her new Paulina plan, she got a call from John Dark and informed Shawn about Victor Kiriakis' dreary destiny. At the onlooker, Xander Cook pushed Chloe to acknowledge his engagement proposition. However, she actually required additional time. When Justin Kiriakis called about Victor's downfall, Xander grappled for certain extreme feelings. It was hard realizing Victor died thinking Xander was a similar savage hooligan as when he initially came to town. Xander reviewed how he once needed Victor's regard and attempted to hurt him back when he didn't get it. Despite the fact that Victor saved Xander's life, he embarrassed Xander by constraining him to function as the landscaper. Xander teared up since he cherished Victor in spite of the multitude of issues between them, so Chloe consoled him with an embrace on Thursday's Days episode. At the point when Chloe asked what she could do, Xander kidded about her tolerating his proposition. However, he realized she'd be tolerating for some unacceptable reasons, assuming she said ok at the present time. Xander simply required some time alone, so Chloe let him know that she adored him on out. When Xander was all alone, he streaked back to a discussion where Victor called him a genuine Kiriakis and said he was pleased with that. The report about Victor's destruction likewise came to Kate Roberts Brady and Roman Brady at the bar. Kate cried over her muddled relationship with Victor and glimmered back to a few heartfelt times with him. Albeit Roman was her first love, Kate called Victor a close friend and felt there could never be another Victor Kiriakis. Roman felt that Kate expected to call Philip and enlighten him concerning Victor's plane accident, yet Kate said there was no chance she was doing that. Since Philip was more grounded, Kate dreaded her child would demand joining his family to grieve the misfortune. That was an issue since Philip could be captured for faking his own terrible destiny and setting Brady Dark up to accept any penalty. Regardless of whether Philip could squirm out of accuses of a dysfunctional behavior protection, Kate stressed that Brady would pursue him as he did Kristen DeMera as of late. Roman contended that since Victor was a high-profile man engaged with a global report, Kate couldn't keep him out of the loop. Kate differs since she had a plan with Philip's psychological facility to ensure he was protected. In any case, Kate in the long run pulled up Philip's contact data and concluded she expected to reach out to him. Soon after Kate referenced Philip's name, Chloe showed up and appeared to be interested. At the medical clinic on Thursday's Days episode, Steve Johnson behaved like Victor's result wasn't something terrible, thinking about all the agony he caused in the course of his life. Kayla Johnson reminded Steve that Victor's friends and family were lamenting, so Steve guaranteed her that he had empathy for them. Steve reviewed how Victor recruited him to take care of his filthy responsibilities and how that prompted the beginning of Steve's romantic tale with Kayla. That was in any event something Steve could be appreciative for. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Victor will keep on being recollected in Salem, so remain tuned for additional flashbacks and recollections. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncovered that Sloan Peterson will intend to make an admission during the 7-day stretch of August 21 to 25. It's conceivable Sloan's culpability will drive her to nearly come clean with Eric Brady, pretty much all the paternity duplicity. Nonetheless, Sloan will confront an unforeseen interference that loses her arrangements. That could be because of the misfortune that Days spoilers demand Sloan and Eric are going to confront. Duo Belle fans will to be sure see a disastrous result for Eric and Sloan. So it seems as though Sloan's going to experience a troublesome premature delivery. Sloan might lose the child and find herself troubled in light of various factors. In spite of the fact that Sloan generally needed to facilitate her culpability and give Eric one more kid to supplant the one she's keeping from him, she likewise needed to begin a family with her new life partner. Sloan doesn't actually have anyone, however, Eric, since her folks are gone and Colin Bedford is in jail. That is important for why Sloan was so able to get pregnant, so it'll be a devastating blow once this child probably doesn't make it. There's absolutely nothing that before Sloan can't confess all about. She could encounter some squeezing and twofold over in torment. That could require Sloan's admission to be postponed as Eric takes her to the medical clinic to get looked at. Days spoilers say some intense news is coming up, so Eric and Sloan appear to be ready to persevere through a significant misfortune together. That could cause Sloan to feel like she can't get by without Eric's help and give her one more central motivation to stay silent about altering all the DNA results. Normally, it's likewise conceivable Sloan could attempt to conceal her unsuccessful labor from Eric, relying upon how things go down. At any rate, that is not a mysterious Sloan could keep perpetually, however she could hold off on sharing it. In any case, Days spoilers highlight Eric confronting this misfortune as well. So it sounds more like a horrendous emergency that he'll look close by Sloan. It very well may be a method for pulling Eric and Sloan closer. This could add to Sloan's culpability since she won't be giving Eric a swap child for Nickel Walker's Ariane Zucker kid, all things considered. Eric could guarantee Sloan that they can attempt once more in the end, yet Sloan probably shouldn't go through this once more. In any case, Days of Our Lives spoilers say misfortune is going to strike in Salem. So remain tuned for refreshes on all the difficulty ahead. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.